welcome to Razzmatazz with Rashi. Today we have with us Dr. Preeti Talwar. She's a research associate by profession and a writer by passion. She's been writing for around 6 years now and has been published in national and international platforms. She has also been awarded for her PhD work. So we'll get to know more about her in this episode. Welcome, Preeti.
Thank you, Rashi, for having me on your show. And let me congratulate you for being nominated for those global awards.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So Preeti, tell us more about yourself and more about the wonderful things that you are doing.
Thank you, Rashi. And let me share a little.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a science background. I did my majoring in zoology and PhD also in zoology.
Okay.
And my idea was naturally to do something in that line. And maybe, but unfortunately, I have not been able to do that. My idea was to discover the elixir of youth. Then I would have been something different, Rashi. But I think destiny changed all my plans.
Yeah.
And what should I say? Being hitching, motherhood. Then I took a long sabbatical, maybe 2 decades,
Okay.
sabbatical. Yeah. And then things changed for me.
Yeah.
There were, as usual, you can say the ups and downs, emotional upheavals during that period. And you might be hitting rock bottom. I mean, when you tell people that you are a hands-on mom or you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a homemaker, people look at you with a quizzical look. You don't get those bouquets. You get more of bulbs and brambles.
Yeah.
I think I'm right in that. That is the idea, basic idea.
Yes.
Because that is not appreciated.
True.
So that break, since the kids are small, why not? And the minute the sabbatical ended, then that bug started eating me rather.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do something, but the CV gap was too much. So I knew that I could not go in now for this research work. And I got 2 fellowships while I was doing my PhD. I got this DGHSF scholarship. And then just after my PhD, I was awarded this UGC fellowship. So that was a tenure bound. And I did that. And then the sabbatical took place. And I should say, during this sabbatical, I was a massive jangled nerves. But then I came back with a bang. How? Now I would like to share that story with you.
Yeah.
That while I was surfing the net, I was just looking around with the CV break, what am I going to do? So I chanced happened on this platform, which was offering a lot of internships. And they were for college students, in fact. So while I was, something caught my eye. And that was that they were helping women restart their career. So I wanted that. And would you believe it? They were women. They had on their blog, which they had considered the star women, star people who had given stellar performances after procuring good internships over there. So after seeing that gave me a high. And I wanted to be one of them, and I wanted to be a part of that blog, to be considered as a star member. So there's one, here I'm going to think about Paul. He says, when you think of a thing, the whole universe conspires and you manage to get it, isn't it?
I believe in that.
So I started, and so I was doing it, and I started and I applied to several internships.
Okay.
And but after that, there was a hiatus of 3 months. There was a time of dejection. I thought maybe, and during this time, I was working on content writing. I had the chance of doing some proofreading work on the net. At that time, it was an alien concept. That is this work from home, which today has become the part of our lives.
Yes.
That time it was an alien concept. I managed to do it with the publication house for 2 years,
Okay.
which helped me. And that science background really helped me. And they liked my work. But, I have that restless spirit, which doesn't let me rest in one thing. So I have to keep putting my fingers in a lot of pies.
Mm-hmm.
And after a hiatus of 3 months, suddenly I get a call from one of the internships. And they asked me that I should give them a sample writing. And
Okay.
that time was time when this Padmavat controversy was quite a bit,
Okay.
which was the country was abuzz with that Padmavat
Yeah.
controversy. And I just wrote,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I nailed it.
Okay.
And yes, that was my first content writing.
Okay. So that
with
is how
that
writing started,
intention.
is it?
No, writing started at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
Main writing was through my school days.
Okay.
I
Nice.
think, yes, with the school magazines, writing there, small
Yeah. So you always had a passion for
essays.
writing.
Yes, but
Ah,
I think it got latent somehow
yeah.
while these things took a back burner. And
Mm.
I was too immersed in bringing up my toddlers at that time.
Yeah.
Only when they reached the teens, then I thought that now is the time I should
True.
do something better.
Nice.
I can't become redundant. So so this happened, and then it was no looking back. Then I got a chance to publish on this chicken soup series, the Indian chicken soup series. There was one
Mhm.
on the Indian entrepreneur's soul.
Okay.
So they wanted something, and at that time I had this trepidation that could I write for this? Am I
Yeah.
so well qualified? My
Mhm.
writing skills, are they that good? But the first time I applied for it, I got a yes from them,
Okay.
and it was published.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was
So
radio
back then, did you
platforms.
have your own blog, or you were just writing for different
No,
platforms? No. Okay.
no. At that time, I didn't think of a blog. I
Mhm.
didn't know actually
Yeah.
what a blog was.
Yeah. True.
I was just simply writing,
Uh-huh.
simply just, I should say, bleeding in emotions on paper.
Yeah.
That is what I would call myself.
Yeah.
Anything would come, and if I write, it gives you the adrenaline rush.
Yeah. That's nice.
This is what was taking place.
Mm.
And what should I say? I think from my childhood, like you say that one learns to read on the parents' laps. That is what I did.
Yeah.
I like we were not given gadgets when we did well.
Mhm.
Academics, our parents gifted us books. We
Yeah.
read.
That makes
We
a
read.
lot
We
of
became
difference.
voracious readers. Yes, that makes a
Yes.
difference. And we suddenly started becoming bibliophiles. We
True.
were from Enid-Blytons to graduations to the classics. It was a
Mhm.
wonderful experience. Hmm. And I think these classics helped to shape a lot of my personality.
Yeah. Mhm.
I resonate a lot with Jane Austen
Oh,
and
nice.
Louisa May Alcott.
Yeah.
Yes, these
Okay.
two are one of my favorite authors.
Mhm.
And their protagonists, that is Eliza Bennett and Joe March. I always see
Yeah.
myself in these two. So I think that is how I started writing, and I wanted to just keep on penning down something.
Yeah.
Um, I,
So I'm a
and
literature
I
graduate,
think,
and there we had to
oh
study
wow,
Jane Austen in details. So I like
oh wow,
I yeah for English honors and all. So I had to write a character
oh
analysis on any of the characters. So I wrote some 20 pages on Mr. Darcy.
oh wow.
So yeah, she's a
Can you
favorite.
ask
Jane Austen is the favorite author,
uh,
definitely.
is everybody's favorite?
Yeah.
And I too was looking for Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
um, because
So tell us more about
these
your
sort of things,
happiness quotient. How did that happen?
that was a chance happening that turned out that this site Women in Shine had this competition in collaboration with Novel Nuggets, and they wanted some stories themed on happiness quotient.
Okay.
And so it was on the 11th hour, then I decided that I can write something.
Yeah.
It is more of my own story, from a mom to man story.
Okay.
So it got selected, and they have selected 20 authors for that book. It is an author book that is called as happiness quotient. Happiness. So my happiness lies in my writing. So this is how this happiness quotient has come into being. But my idea is now to become a prolific writer. This is the future, Thank you.
Yeah. So what kind of content do you create? Like, do you follow a particular niche or you write on different topics? How is it?
No, since I'm a freelance writer and I've been doing it for different startups.
Okay.
So Rashi, it is all about different genres, and since different places ask for different things. So it's a lot of variety. Maybe it's a food blog, or it's a fashion, or education, or health. So it's everything. And I've been trying to write on genres and subgenres. It's like that. So that is the idea. I do not pick up the topics for myself. They're already picked up, which I'm supposed to research and write, because they require those blogs for their particular sites. That is it.
Okay. So apart from writing, what is it like? You follow any passion, or you some hidden talents?
Passion. I would say I have 2-3 passions.
Yeah, please tell.
First is I read by my favorite. Then help me regain my passion, which was a school time favorite, but it had gone to a back burner. And then the lockdown helped me get a book to the which now has become a passion for me. And suddenly even a book cover asked me for this art. So suddenly this has started becoming a craze for me. Third is I'm addicted to gardening. I am fond of plants, Yes. So these are my creative pursuits. And
I've seen your artwork, like your Instagram is flooded with the artwork. Like, how do you manage so much? Like, where do you get the time?
Maybe when I'm a little free, the same thing I would like to ask you, because since you are doing so much, you being a professional, you are doing so much. When I get a little free time, then it's just little doodling and this artwork. Then it's very therapeutic, Rashi, and it helps me unwind,
It helps,
Once you're into that, the negativity which this pandemic has created, it helps to give you that composure and that positivity. That kind of a thing has been there.
True.
Yeah.
So like, are you like planning, like, what are your future plans? Are you planning for your coming up with your book or something?
Yes.
Like, transformed from science to writing. Now where?
Yes, even yes, it would be some book definitely, and I would like something with my personal anecdotes. Generally when I write, it's always personal anecdotes. I would like to share an incident.
Yes, please.
Where this happened with this literary and fashion magazine. They were looking out, they usually give out these themes, and I had seen a lot of my friends who have managed to get there. And when I see a magazine or a writing place, I want to be a part of it.
Okay.
So that bug starts biting me. Can I be there? So I asked them, can I? And she told me, this is the theme, can you write? I did write, and it was selected in the first go, and it was in print. Second time again, I wanted to be on that. They had digitalized now. Most of the prints are coming into digital.
Yes.
And the second time, it was again a theme based, and I wrote for them. The first time they had reverted. The second time I found that the deadline had gone, they did not revert. So I thought maybe it's not worth it. But with some trepidation, I tried to write again to the editor. And I asked her that, I don't know, I had written this particular piece. You didn't revert back. Wasn't it fine? She said, I never received anything. So naturally, I was a bit morose. But anyway, I said, now it's gone. After 15 minutes, I received a mail from her. And she said it was lost in that big pile of mails. And she said, how could I have lost this wonderful piece,
Oh, no.
It's
good that you asked you. You sent a mail to them.
Yeah. And it was and she said, I don't want any edits. I just want to publish it. Just like that. That gave me a high, These are the small little things, Rashi, which give me the high. you get
These
the
things
writer's blocks,
encourage a
but
lot.
these per yeah,
Yeah.
even with the writing on an international platform was
Yeah.
something which took some moments for me to decide whether can I
Yeah,
go
tell
on
us
an
more about
international
that.
platform.
Like, where did you how did you come across the international platforms and what was it about?
I saw this Country Square magazine, which is published from UK. And two of my friends had written on, they were writing poetry and all, but I'm not into poetry. I'm more into prose and stories and personal essays, you know.
Okay.
So, but I like this setup. And then I mailed their editor and I asked him, can I write something for your site?
Yeah.
Or this magazine? So he said, see, you write something, whatever you want to write, something dealing with Indian roots or India. And if I like it, then only we'll publish it.
Okay.
So that was a time I had experienced this very, you know, I was in Sikkim and we had experienced this very bad earthquake, you know. It was like this pandemic, but this earthquake was just had given us heart-wrenching. Yeah, and it had literally made me crazy sort, you know, after experiencing such a bad thing. So I just wanted to pen it down, how people can save themselves from such a thing, you know. So I just penned down something and I sent it. I was still wary that whether this thing would be published because it is an international platform where you're getting a lot of good stuff. So when he reverted back, and he told me that you write pretty well. I loved the way you've written, you pen down the language and everything. That was a big hype for me, you know. You're getting it from an international editor was something, which was something. And then he published it as it was, without any edits.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah, this is my journey, a small little journey.
Nice.
Because,
so Preeti, we'll ask you just one more fun question. Like if you get if you get one day to spend with your favorite writer, author, or blogger, anybody or your friend, who would that be and what would you do?
See, since I was a part of this My Friend Alexa from Blog Chatter, there is this one person who even entered your show.
Okay.
This is this Noor Anand Chavda.
Ah, oh yes.
Who has too many too many pies. I would like to ask her the secret. How does she manage everything?
True, and she's doing everything so wonderfully.
Wonderfully. And I would like to spend the day with her and learn these particular tips. How does she do it? And she could give me the blogging tips. That is one thing. I would like to meet her in person.
Yeah, she's very sweet. You can meet her and she'll definitely help you.
Yeah, I would love to. That is the one person whom I would definitely
Actually, she was the first guest, if I remember. Like, I think when I started this show, she was, I think, the first guest here.
And such a vibrant person. That got my, you know, when she entered, somebody's body language is such that it gives you high. You want to meet someone who enthuses you.
Yeah. And she's equally good with her video blogging and blogging, like writing, everything. She's also taking some workshops. She's always helping people. I
would love to be a part with her. Definitely. If I tend to meet her, I'd definitely be
oh, she'll love to hear that. I hope she's watching this episode. She'll be so happy to know this.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Preeti. It was really wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for taking our time
on your show.
Yeah.
No, thanks again. And I definitely, before I go, I had one shows. It was as a part of that kind of a show. You are a great hostess, Rashi. Thank you so much for calling me.
Thank you.
And it was wonderful talking to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Same here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.